These are the absolute worst mistakes I've seen media buyers make that are guaranteed to get you either fired or lose your clients. I've been making ads on social media for over 10 years and I feel like I've seen it all at this point. It's gonna start out pretty innocent, but the last one, no forgiveness for that. First mistake is pretty common on new media buyers. I've done it myself. Putting in the wrong budget. It's super easy to do, especially early on in your career when you're not used to working in ads manager. Maybe you put one too many zeros in your budget. That can turn a $100 budget into a $1,000 budget. You lose a lot of money really quick doing that. People make mistakes. Second one is scaling too fast. Your ads go live, they've got crazy ROI and you wanna go, go, go. Maybe you go from a $50 budget to a $500 budget or a $5,000 budget and your campaign totally tanks. Reason for that is because you don't have enough learnings to sustain that kind of growth that quickly. Next one is launching way too many ads at the end of the month, specifically on a Friday. Ad costs are always going to be more expensive at the end of the month and typically on Fridays. Reason for this is because all of the agencies that have budget to spend have to blow through it before the month ends. If you've got new creatives to test, make sure you just schedule it out, put it towards the beginning of the next month, and for God's sake, don't have them go live on a Friday. This next one is honestly, I hate it. I saw someone on my team do this when they first started buying media and it was painful to see. They deleted an entire top performing campaign that had been running for a long time. They launched new ad sets into the campaign and wanted to delete the ad set that they had created, but accidentally deleted the entire campaign. Something you cannot take back. Wiping away all of those learnings, they had to completely start over. Never hit the delete button. This one's pretty innocent, but launching ads without the tracking parameters set up correctly. Another human error thing that can be easy to do, especially if you're copying and pasting links from Google Doc or something. If you're not passing your tracking correctly, you are not going to get attribution for the spend that you're driving on those ads. The next one is scaling high margin creatives that ultimately poisons your quality for your end advertisers. I see this a lot in the app world where it's really easy to get someone to install the app, but if you get poor quality, it can totally ruin your down funnel KPIs, which will result in your advertiser lowering your rates pretty substantially and making it impossible for you to scale. Next up is making decisions off of inaccurate reporting and not taking the time to QA. A philosophy I've had my entire career and I've told my team members is if it looks too good to be true, 90% of the time it usually is. And yes, sometimes you can have amazing performance and it turns out to all be real. But still check your numbers and know how to do that. Take your spend data from Facebook and compare it to directly from the source of wherever your back-end system is that tracks revenue. If it doesn't match, you know you have something to dig into in your pivot table or wherever you're putting your data together. All right, this last one, it's pretty unforgivable. I've only seen it a few times, but it has horrible consequences. And that is stealing UGC creative from influencers on TikTok and Instagram to use in your front-end ad creative. I've literally seen media buyers out there rip videos off of social media that aren't theirs, repurpose them for their ads, and then get their entire business manager completely disabled. This happens when the influencer that you stole the creative from reports you, and you get everything completely taken down for copyright infringement. It's just a shitty thing to do, end of the day, so don't do it. And yeah, there are consequences if you do it. If you got something out of this, make sure you give me a follow so you can get more videos just like this. I really hope you learned something because